Scream symbiote fan made by Nick Coss. Amazing quality of life improvements coming next month. MODOK is becoming annoying for Quake players, we find out why, and new update information drops today. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Monday. It's the start of a brand new week. And make sure before going anywhere to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel. We're trying to push up to that 60,000 subscriber mark, which would be amazing. Please help to do it if you're not subscribed, because it is absolutely free and does help out the channel, as well as hitting the like button. Who knew doing those things would help? What a weird world we live in. Also, before we go anywhere, just to let you know, this video is sponsored. Ace Defender is a high-quality SRPG masterpiece, combining authentic turn-based RPG battle with tower defense elements. The game has a traditional RPG storyline solo player with 40 plus chapters, nearly 2,000 levels. It has a unique storyline based on a rebellion in the Dragon Clan, which threatens the balance of good and evil in the world. Our heroine, Alapida, the Silver Dragon Princess, escaped with the Creation Crystal to the human lands. And there she awoke the Creation Crystal and summoned heroes to fight evil with your help. And speaking of those heroes, they come in factions of 5. Those 5 are Divine, Demon, Shadow, Nature, Light, all with deep hero backstories to them. Now there are 48 heroes in total, and 2 new heroes are added every 2 weeks to the game. You can level up, which I'm doing right here. You can also combine heroes and equip gear to make a powerful lineup. You can also set your gameplay speed from 1 times to 2 times up to 4 times. So yeah, you can set the action at your pace. Now there's various different modes to take on. One of the main ones starting off is Expedition. This is where we find this amazing shift in game type. We are now in a tower defense type situation. So this is where the fun and the shifting and the excitement comes in for this game. Now these skeletons are really cheeky. I'm having to really put my defense and really kind of ramp up my damage, and also kind of like doing a lot more, because these skeletons are coming right round the back. Right, let's finish off this wave strong with some heroes to place in to do some more damage, and then now hopefully I'm going to get the W very, very cleanly. Now the PvE for the game explores dungeons and regions and engages in trials, level ups for heroes, and collecting rare items. The PvP, however, looks to pit you against other players within your server, that's in Arena, or across server, which is in King's Arena, with multiple lineups. Now please go and check out the link in the description and support the channel by downloading Ace Defender today, as new users who download the game from the link will get 10 Royal Recruit tickets after completing level 2 to 8. You can use these tickets to get new heroes by clicking the Sky City, clicking the Tavern, and then recruit 10 when those tickets are there. As hot damn, you can pick up some amazing, super rare heroes to add to your team. Thanks to Ace Defender for sponsoring this video. Please go and check out the game in the link in the description, and I'll see you in game. Yes, thanks to Ace Defender for sponsoring this video. Do check it out in the link in the description, but also a massive thank you to those that support the channel as a YouTube member and as well as a Patreon. You're on screen right now. Appreciate the love and support. Also, those that support on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can give a free Twitch sub. But thanks very much to everybody that give tier 1 subs, tier 2 subs, gifted subs, bits and donations. Appreciate the love and keeping the channel going, and we will definitely be back live streaming tonight. A little bit of cavalier difficulty. We also kick off the news with this little thing here, this amazing work by Nick Coss. Nick Coss does some amazing stuff. If you haven't already, go and subscribe. I think he's just close to 10,000 subscribers, so make sure to get him to 10k as soon as possible, especially when he does work like this. And look, just the way that just creating a Scream, which is a very, very vicious symbiote, but also having like against Toxin, but also starting off like an Eddie Brock, which is modeled on Tom Hardy, which, you know, that is brilliant. Just do that little extra bit of effort to kind of create something that's absolutely amazing. So yeah, you just see like the level of detail there. Like, that's a pretty cool model of Eddie Brock. So yeah, go and check it out. Link in the description down below. Now, what is all this Quake vs MODOK malark I was talking about? Well, this all goes down to movements of MODOK versus playstyle of Quake. To put you a little bit in the picture, I think Trianin puts it perfectly when says that when you're using Quake against MODOK, one of his light attack animations where he goes very low down and sweeps with his arms, so those kind of like robotic arms that come out from him will not actually trigger and evade if you are charging a heavy. It is almost like the attack is too short to make contact even when he is standing right on top of you. This is very disruptive if you're trying to play the dex style Quake, as you will assume this attack would hit and then try to dex only to have it drop your heavy instead. And surprisingly, a lot of other people have noticed this particular thing. There's only a very specific interaction, but do bear in mind, specific interactions, especially when it comes to things like Alliance Wars, can make or break a champion's, I'd say, journey through it. Like you might kind of like be quite wary. It might change the way that you might play Quake against these fights. So it's something that you definitely want to find out what's going on. You know, Kabam have said like, you know, we'll look into it, but then, you know, what does it actually look like? And it looks like this. Now it's one of those blink and you miss it there, right there. That was it. The way it kind of like the arm moves, it kind of like it doesn't feel like it's a full motion. It's just like a case of like, just like a light pouring kind of thing. Again, we'll try and see that again as it comes in. So there's the part of the 5-hit combat, and then right about there, it just like it comes right down, but it's not actually even kind of like close. You could say that it's like the hitbox is like not there, even though it looks like it should engage, but it's not allowing this whole kind of process of movement, which is then again, for as we said and as we've seen, Quake players are finding this frustrating, or you know, can be seen. So yeah, it's just a case of like this needs to be looked into. It's a very specific interaction, but at the same time, if you're coming up against it in things like Alliance Wars, it can be quite costly if you're having to like adapt your play style, and the fluid motion of a Quake player can really kind of be thrown off skew. So yeah, just something to watch out for if you're facing off against a MODOK and you're using Quake. Okay, now I want to give some love to Beserk Revenant. As a lot of you know, we've featured Beserk Revenant a lot on the channel, and that's because his work is amazing. It's sublime. It is just like the most detailed stuff, and you can really see over the years him and his evolving his craft. This is like handcrafted, and this is Night Thrasher that he did. Like, it's all done as of the weekend. Is insane. To put you in a picture of like where he's come, like there's the domino there that he did for me. And also, he even puts in his sequence of images, right? Again, do bear in mind that all this handcrafted, right? That was the first ever kind of like sculpt that he did of Night Thrasher. Just look at that, like that there, right? And then kind of compare it against, like, I don't know, what, a year on what he's doing. That is insane. That is insane. Like, just everything in there. That's the craft. That's a proper craftsman coming into his prime. You know, I just don't know where ways to go with this. His Purgatory was sick. His Night Thrasher is, look, just looking at this, it just feels like this is some of his best work. It's just so on point. I cannot fault it. That's just the thing. And that just goes to show you that somebody is just so much into their craft. They're delivering the best work they've ever delivered. And it's like, you love to see it. You love to see it. So yeah, go and check out Beserk Revenant. Give him some love, give him some support, and just like say like, amazing job, because this is insane. I love seeing his sculpts. So yeah, go and check it out. Link in the description down below. Okay, now let's talk about quality of life improvements. Kabam Zero, as we know and we've talked about, has been doing some great work. One of the main things, which I think is just one of the best things ever, the problems that I seem to have in game a lot of times is trying to click on a stupid green tiny bits. You're trying to kind of move to the portals, and you're tapping around to try and get the movement because they're stuck behind a bloody portrait. So the great thing about this is that like Kabam have kind of like, or Kabam Zero has like echoed in this new change where you're actually able to see a bit more of the portal. So therefore it's more than likely you actually move to the area you need to go on the lane, sorry, on the path. So that's good. Thank God we've had that little improvement as well. Also, they're doing boost assignments to different types of areas. So common boost, war boost, class boost, other. Thank God. Again, another thing. It just means that it's more organized, and that's the thing I like about the game, is when things start getting organized. It's one of these things as well. I don't know if this is a big shake-up that was done this year to say, right, well, we need to kind of like get something that's a bit more organized, but it's taken 7 years, 6 to 7 years to get to this kind of like point. But it's good. I'll take a W whenever I can when it comes to this stuff. So yeah, boost organizing is excellent. I'm glad about that. We've also said remove the loyalty tab here, but all those boosts are still purchasable in the store. Okay, right, fine. SP3 animation skip button, that's nice. That really kind of like increases the process of that. Say for whatever reason you're kind of locked in the Grandmaster one and you're like, oh God's sake, why do I have to see this countless times? I know I'm getting my butt kicked. Then it's like at least you can skip out of it. The same thing with any other content in that. I don't know if it's for your own or enemies. One of the most amazing parts is artists work. Yeah, 1,000 time. Yeah, I mean that's good to kind of like to do that. If you can skip out your own one, great, because at the end of the day you want to like quicken the pace, so that's something that's good. And there's a beta feature which is fight summary overhaul. This is great. Okay, this is great because it adds a little bit more stats to the end point of it, because at the end of the day you want to find out about your efficiency and as well, like not bragging rights, but like as well, it's handy for objectives. It's all helpful stuff to give information to players. So yeah, I'm happy about this. I think this is a good step in the right direction for innovation. There's a lot of innovation the game needs to do, and also for the point of like allowing things like just more better tech to allow things like side events to be quite different, to allow different types of features. That's how the game needs to evolve a lot more, just kind of like spark that and pique that interest of the old players, but also the new players as well. So just to put you in a picture about a new update, normally these new update bits of information drop on, like they say, Thursday or Friday. So for whatever reason, it will be dropped today. You're not going to find any CCP kind of like special coverage of stuff. We've been told that the information will just go out today, around about the normal time, which is 1800 hours GMT, 10 AM PST time. So I would probably say keep locked to the channel for that information. We'll do some deep dives and covers of that, but also on the forums, so information will probably go out then. So yeah, that's just information I've been given by Kabam, is that they will be doing something to cover the new update, but it will be out today. Right, now it's time to do some arena results and predictions for round 2, Silver Centurion and Ghost Rider. Here are the results as they stand. Now, there's not much information for Ghost Rider, and make sure to tune into Marvel Trucos later on Twitter to find out what is going down with the full result. But let's begin with Silver Centurion. 59 mils enough to position 95, that's a 6-star. 16.94 mils enough to get 497 position for the 5-star. 11 mils enough for a 1 to 5% position, and I got 1,000 6-star shards. So that's, do bear in mind that for round 2 if you're grinding for some 6-star shards, probably just an easy grind. And then Ghost Rider, 106 mil, got position 115, which is really annoying. That's putting territory of Ghost Riders. And this is in prediction wise, that is going to literally put it into like the 130 mil territory. Probably a bit, 120 to 130, but it's like with this stuff, a lot of people are grinding out. There's still a lot of problems when it comes to arena at the moment, and I just think a lot of accounts aren't being properly checked that are in there. Yeah, I can imagine people are being there and being competitive, but at the same time, there's a lot of question marks still being about some of those accounts. And I really hope Kabam are doing a good job to make sure those top 100 are looked into, because there's legit ones, but I'm pretty certain there's going to be a few non-legit people playing in those arenas. It's just weird that they just spiked to ridiculous numbers and have kept there for a while. 33 mil, however, is enough for position 294. That's a 5-star. Other than that, not many bits of information on other positions. Silver Centurion, a lot of positions, a lot of information. This puts my predictions for round 2, 130 mil for the 6-star Ghost Rider, at probably 120 to 130 mil territory. 5-star, 30 mil, seems enough. It's probably going to be a bit less than that. It probably might be about 25, but better to be safe than sorry. Silver Centurion, 6-star, 60 mil will stick with, because that got position 90, I wouldn't say like between 94 and upwards. So I probably would say around that, maybe a couple more mil to be safe rather than sorry. And in the 5-star version, 19 mil is going to be enough. The lowest being, you know, 17 mil that the champion went for. So you could put 19 mil, even 20 mil. It's up to you. And if you wanted a cheeky 1 to 5%, put in 11 mil if you want some 6-star shards for your trouble. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that has been your Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Monday. Do bear in mind, full update information will be dropped later on today when it goes live at 10 AM PST. And I'll see you then for some more coverage. Appreciate you all. Bye-bye for now.